so many of you. All of you have come to hear my story. Let's begin. I'm no longer there. Yet it still yells. The burning smell, the desperate cries, it never left. Mothers throwing their children into the sea in hope that they reach the ships that flee. Their tears of despair when they were dragged away in the deep, dark corridors of Great Smyrna's dismay. Though no longer there, I can hear all your souls, those inner thoughts inherently evil to bend on. Their mouths said yes, yet their souls said nay. Their mouths said close, yet their souls far away. My wife spoke of deep love, yet felt utter hatred. My child called me a father, yet felt like a stranger, alienated. This illness tore me apart and broke me down. So I run away, far into the earth, for I just heard. And then I found it. Gentlemen, I found it, the fabled place. The men can say what they feel with no need to praise. The simple, welcoming village of Lambast. I enjoyed the sunrises and cherished the sunsets even more. The cold was bitter, yet the people stood fast. I was finally at peace. Leaving the horrors in my past, I would spend the rest of my days here in grace, in this simple but welcoming place. But I was a fool, for evil never leaves you alone. It clings onto you till the moment you're dead, and I, destiny's chosen clown and fate's fool, and it no different when in this very room, in the deep midwinter night when the winds raged and loomed, in a dark and morose night when the sun stayed down, when the bulls howled, the sea murmured, the ships screamed, and the silence wore a crown. It was when the candlelights cast deep shadows, living in their own dark meadows. Gentlemen, it was on such a night that the old innkeeper came to me, just like that. He came to me with the candle burning, with his worn and scarred face, torn by years of toil, worn by years of working. Slowly as he closed it on me, he whispered in fright, for he was afraid of the night. His eyes lustered and his shoulders relaxed.
depends on what you think is true. But tell me first, son, have you heard of old customs? Do you believe in the unnatural that solves problems? You've been to the East in your youth, haven't you? The Orientals. Seen them, isn't it true?
It is. I've seen them, known them, and heard even many more. And folk tales told late at night with a glass of wine, me, just like you, dear sir, just like you. There have been many who have told me about their rituals and the customs and the many little things they did to change their lives. An empty glass, put on the windowsill, kept at dawn, taken away at dusk. And inscribed pottery that moves away evil spirits. They even kept aside food for their ancestors, yet nothing, not the talismans nor the prayers, kept the flames of the great war away from their homes.
Then you do not know anything! Drink! Young man, if there you wish to stay, follow our customs, comfort me. Old they might be, but tried and true. They keep us safe and guide us through. Fed and warm we live by these. To follow our ways, find your peace.
Let me stop you there, sir, for I fear you're unaware. The greater world out there, the pain, the despair. You see, I have fought wars on many lands, fought with many hands, and they all had their little rituals in each distant land, yet nothing. When the bullets flew, none were left to stand. You see, I've seen my fair share of horrors, so believe me, it's true. So, no customs. Although I respect them, I can't come to trust in their view.
You see, this is what brings civilizations down. You young men, just having your ways, going to different places, thinking nothing of your ancestors' faces, and nothing of the customs that has brought you here, that has kept you alive and free from fear, that has kept you safe in the cold out too. I wanted to have a conversation, but now I ask you a question. Mind you, answer it with care. If it were anyone else, I would not even dare. But you chose to be a part of this community. And now you must embrace it with true unity.
The old man stood up slowly but surely, and at that moment I knew it. I knew what he felt was true. Because you see, gentlemen, you see, of the shores of Smyrna I caught an illness. A rather peculiar illness. An illness that makes my senses sharp, not weak or dull, but strong and smart. My hearing most of all improved with sounds others could not have heard. I heard sounds on the earth both near and far and on the sky above. I also heard sounds from hell, secrets that no one can tell. And at this moment I knew what he was feeling because I felt his heart beating. Thump, 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 the spirit burst, and it felt as if his heart would beat right out of his frail old chest. He got long and hard, without any haste. And then he suddenly pressed.
God, let me tell you a story. Though, mind you beforehand, I must say the fact that every bit of it is true and carefully and understand it. Be attentive and hear me. This old house was not always an inn. There once lived a family here, a loving family, with 2 kids there. In the summer, the ice would thaw and there would be plenty of fish for all. Yet, the winter it was too cold and there was nothing to hunt or harvest. No animals in the forest, in the frozen lake, no leaves on the trees and no grass on the meadows to party. Still, sometimes the father would go and fish by digging holes in the snow. When the winds came in and north descended low, it was impossible to leave. Getting firewood would come with frostbite. But the people, the town, and the community had a method that has enabled this society to survive for centuries. We were here when the kings of old ruled England, and we are here now when the sun never sets on the British Empire. It works, it's a gift from our ancestors.
So you're not making any sense. If you think that this much of alcohol will make me believe in this nonsense, then you're quite wrong, you see. If you're trying to spook me, then you must remember that I've seen horrors beyond your imagination, and doing this will merely damage your reputation.
Silence! Keep your talking for later. You think it won't, you think I lie, you ignorant child. Wait till the end, young man. I was the youngest one in this family. Though I was just 9, I used to spend most of my time wood carving. In art I inherited from the closest one in my family, my grandfather. Yes, one winter night I heard his screams, never to see him again. I was too young to understand, but his screams left a marker in my soul that never failed to hurt or disappear. Night after night, I heard him. The wind took him away forever. Thanks to his sacrifice, he never starved and finally survived. But then, 5 winters later, I was fully aware because I was older. I knew there was nothing left to devote on a grain or an act to smother. After nearly starving for 10 days, we received a gift. Yet gifts, no matter how grand or small, no matter how ample of grace, come at a cost. Never went away that winter, yet it was too late. My mother vanished with the snow. She knew it was there, for she sobbed at every meal and never showed herself otherwise and gave the shortest reply. It was because she was the oldest that the ancestors took her no surprise. And then 2 winters later, it was my father and 5 winters on. The ancestors took my sister because she was older and the cold was strong. There I was, alone, in the deep, dark, desolate cold.
I knew what he was pondering that night. With his weary old eyes, he looked outside the window and pondered about the winter that had descended low. And at this moment, gentlemen, at this moment, the disease struck. It gained full force and it struck me! And I heard it all over again! I heard those sounds that I wouldn't hear! I heard those memories they wouldn't create! And certainly things I would never know about! I heard it all very clear and true.
Is it time? Is it time to do it? You must know there's no food left, no more to pursue. This is the coldest of winters I've ever seen. A cold so harsh it chills to the bone and vein. Of course he needs to do it. Has he not realized it yet? Does he not know the wine I served him? It's not actually wine. You cannot drain my life force in a single blow! Why don't you die? Why don't you die? Why don't you ever die? What's wrong with you? Oh my God! Die, die, die.
जिसका नाम था अ बीटिंग हार्ट, उसकी कास्ट है अतिशय। पहली बार हमने लाइव म्यूजिक ट्राई किया है प्ले में, जो अतिशय प्ले कर रहा था। अंश थोलिया, और जो अगला बंदा जिसने ये प्ले लिखा, डायरेक्ट किया, एक्ट किया, सुप्रीमली टैलेंटेड आदि मुखर्जी। Thank you very much.